Supreme week 4 of fall winter 2023 drop list. Today, guys, we are talking about every single item dropping for Supreme this week on Thursday, September 14th. As you can see on screen, my opinions on all things, any resale predictions, that kind of thing. And again, the prices are at this point just estimates, so bear with me. They could change at time of release. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Quickly taking a look at Supreme Drops' partial drop list right here. We can see that, to be honest, in my opinion, guys, I think this is the first kind of cool down week, if that makes sense. There's definitely some decent pieces coming out, a couple highlights like always, but if this is a week that you aren't really a huge fan of, might recommend skipping, saving for future collaborations. You know, North Face coming up soon. We'll probably have another Nike collab potentially, probably at least a good number of random collabs that we have no idea about, and then obviously box logos in December. So going back over to Supreme community, we can see the screw pin is top of the list, which this is pretty cool. We've seen the screw design a number of times on pins, shirts throughout the seasons. We might have even seen a screw pin in the past. I want to say maybe like 2014. Don't hold me to it, but that's going to be in gold. I think the retail prices on these is like $8. So that's something that I always tell people, you know, get the pin if you can add it onto your order, but don't just buy the pin by itself. It's not really worth the shipping if you're just getting a pin, unless you like want to get stickers potentially. It's all up to you at the end of the day, but screw pin might be something you wait until next week. I'm guessing they will be on the site for a little bit. You saw it right here, the Supreme Koss Portapro Headphones. We've known about these for a couple of days. I did a video about them on Sunday, actually, rare day for me to upload, but we are seeing these in 2 different colors. I was fading these at first, then I was kind of a fan of them, and now I'm still a fan of them, but I'm probably not gonna buy them. Here's the thing, they may resell, but I just really don't think it's worth it for me to go for them. Like, I don't think it's something that I would just want to cop by themselves. They're probably gonna be around $78. You know, the price predictions, I think they could go as high as 88. I mean, 78's really the highest I would pay for them. Let's be realistic. So in conclusion, I just think the headphones are an all right item, but I don't really need them, and I don't really know, and I can't fully predict what the market will be on these. It'll either be like around like 150 or 100, or they sit. I don't think they will sit. There's something about me that's saying they're gonna sell out, so I might just have to go for them regardless for a quick flip. I'm not quite sure, but to me, guys, I'm thinking about just taking this week off, and I'm resisting the temptation about the headphones, but please let me know. Should I just go for them? What should I do? Please, I need help. I am addicted to buying Supreme. Actually, one of my favorite items this week, probably my favorite item of the week actually, is the Pinup 5-panel back mesh hat. Just a nice clean design. We've seen this Supreme pinup girl multiple times. It's kind of got that work jacket type of name tag embroidery logo, like something you would see at like an auto body shop with your name on it, but instead it's Supreme, and it's got a nice pinup girl right there that your grandpa would be proud of. 3 solid hats, just a nice clean and simple. I love the colors, I love the simplicity. The mesh back might not be for everyone, but I think it's one of the better items to go for. And if you need a new hat, shit, maybe this is the one for you. Looking at about $54 on this one, I could see this dropping slightly. I could see this maybe going for 50 flat, 48. So stay tuned for the full drop list. I always put that on my channel, so be sure to be subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss the updated Supreme drop list prices and everything there is to know about Supreme in general. Collegiate patchwork leather hooded sweatshirt is next. So the sweatshirt thankfully is not leather. It is the design, the embroidery right here that is lettered, and this piece is okay, right? It's not something that I personally need to have. Like, I'll be fine without having this, but it is a nice little design. Seeing the patchwork right here, multiple different colors. We got red, we got green, we got white. I do always wonder, where do they get all these pictures during these drop lists. They must get it from the Supreme backend, because if you go to the preview, you can only see usually one or two of the colors, not all of them. So I am always curious, where do these guys get these pictures from? And yeah, that is the Collegiate Patchwork hoodie. It will be estimated $168. Could maybe see it less, but with the embroidery, I'm thinking that's probably pretty accurate. We will talk about the Mark Leckey collab at the end. We're going to continue on with the drop list for now. Needle punch regular jeans. Not a huge fan of these. To me, for me, like denim, I'm pretty conservative when it comes to my lower body choices, so something like this is not really up my avenue of style. Could be for you though. The estimated price on these bad boys is $178, a little expensive for me, but maybe it's something that you need for your collection, and that is cool. Excuse me while I close all these tabs. Next up, reversible houndstooth overcoat. I believe this is around $400. Again, it could go up slightly or drop a little bit, but I really think it's probably going to be around that 400. That seems to be pretty on target for Supreme. Got a nice little logo there. That could actually be a Boxogo pin that comes, but this is definitely a more sophisticated, classy city design right here. Would be great for like New York, obviously. Supreme being a New York one, a New York brand. This one's really nice. I like that it is, I believe it's reversible. Yes, reversible houndstooth. This one is super clean. It reminds me of Burberry. I wish though, when it was reversible, that there was an embroidery on the back that just said Supreme or something, but I guess it is kind of cleaner without anything. But I don't know, for me personally, I would have liked a little bit more. The front is pretty nice though, and the fact that we do get something on the back with the houndstooth, I guess that is enough. It would be kind of weird to have a double-sided embroidery like that. Black one for this one on the yellow houndstooth. Pretty clean. Let's see, Belladini or Bellandi. Wool blend with button front closure, logo applique, cotton blend, embroidered logo, fabric made in Italy, and that is an enamel logo pin. So that is pretty cool that you do get an actual pin. Probably easier to cop than the pins, crusher, and vest from last week. Glazed athletic short sleeve top is up next. I think it's $78. 3 different colors. It's got some girls dancing on it. Glazed apple cherry Supreme. I'm sure this is an artwork from something in pop culture like Supreme often does. I don't know exactly what it is. If you happen to know, put it down in the comments. Let's see what's all up with the glazed apple cherry Supreme. Really have no clue. Is it a commercial? Is it a music video? Is it some random just thing that happened in 1964? You tell me. I have no clue, but I do know it's probably around $78, and it's coming out on Thursday. Plaid flannel shirt. I saw some people were upset at the price of this. Almost $150 for the plaid flannel. I'm hoping these drop to like $120, $110, because that price is just absurd, and I really don't think that is worth it for what this is right here. You get any flannel at any other store, I mean, you're paying $20. Obviously, we know Supreme is always going to be more expensive than your Target flannels, but at the same time, I don't really see too much of a difference for this one. Like, it's a very simple design. I am not a huge fan of this. Haven't voted for any shirts yet this week, but we're giving that a down vote. That seems a bit too pricey. Okay, banner short sleeve top is next. I think the price was $68 on this one right here. Let's see. Yeah, Supreme NYC. That's just, you can't read it. It's the old English, all caps. Not a fan of this at all. Colors are okay. Olive is nice, but no. There's so many better things you could get, guys. Not going for that one. You guys should not get that either. We do have some more Mark Leckey stuff coming up. It might be dang near everything else, so we'll cover the last 2 items. Back arc 6 panel. This is not really for me. I do appreciate the big embroidery, but it looks way too much like bad Ed Hardy denim. I do have one Ed Hardy shirt, okay, I'll admit that, but this is like the bad kind of version. If that's just what it reminds me of, at least this blue pair with the contrast stitching right there. I don't really love the double or triple stitching on the embroidery either, and then nothing on the front of the hat. It's just a total miss for me. $54. So many better hats releasing this year. You don't have to get that one. Striped cashmere beanie. You know, it's okay. Some of the colors are all right. I don't really love the metal applique on the front. I just think it's kind of basic and not really anything special. Yeah, colors are decent. Like I said, 42 bucks is cheap, but you know, it's a pass for me. All right, let's look at the Mark Leckey Supreme news. We'll quickly read through it. I won't spend too much time. So he's a Turner Prize winning British artist. Born in 64, grew up on the outskirts of Liverpool, left school. Okay, early understanding of the power of image and shared experience deeply informs his artistic practice. Leckie explores British culture through a distinctly emotional framework. He examined the relationships between youth, class, public space, popular media, and technology while considering the impacts of nostalgia and memory. He had an essay out in 1999 chronicling British dance movements from the 70s to 80s. The film collages clips from discos, raves, and the emergent northern soul scene, yet is united by an abstract, almost melancholic soundtrack. I haven't seen any of this, so if you guys know about Mark Leckey, please feel free to educate me. Tell me if it's worth watching. Supreme has worked with Mark Leckey on a collection featuring images from Fiorucci, Made Me Hardcore, Dream English Kid, 1964 through 1999 AD, and the Green Screen Refrigerator Action. 2 jackets, a long sleeve shirt, 2 pants, t-shirt, and a skateboard available this Thursday in Japan this weekend. Okay, so he's done a lot of stuff. British lad from 1964, Dream English Kid, Leckey Supreme. Definitely some unique visuals on this. For me personally, this collab is not it. Again, I don't know who Mark Leckey is. I just read about him, obviously, but I'm not familiar with him until now. So I'm going to let the people that are get this stuff because, quite frankly, this is not cool enough by itself for me to get into it, if that makes sense. Like, there's definitely some Supreme collabs that you don't even really need to be a fan of to like it if the clothes just look good. People can call you a poser all they want, but if it looks sick, you're more than welcome to wear it. For me, I guess the only thing I would wear was maybe the t-shirt, but I don't know where I would wear a shirt where a guy is huffing gas out of a propane tank. It's a bit intense, but here's the Harrington jacket. You can see the kind of all over print from the different discos and raves. So if you're a big hardcore rave disco guy, hey, maybe this is for you. I do like the aesthetic for sure with the little camera time codes there at the bottom. Would be a hilarious all over print with the top and the bottom matching. Supreme logo right there on the left buttocks, I guess the right buttocks, and that's pretty cool, I guess. And the Dream English Kid hooded jacket with lenticular patch. Ooh, lenticular, that's so hot right now. You guys know, you've been into a vape shop, you've been into any really kind of corner store, whatever, they have those stickers that do that lenticular effect where if you look at it from different angles, it kind of switches. I can't do it right now because it is a photograph, but that would be kind of cool to have on your jacket. A lenticular design, very trendy, nicely done. Supreme Kid English, Dream Kid, same thing right here, matching for the tops, the purple and the black. This guy is crazy. It looks like my damn grandma's couch with that embroidery right there. Those colors, it's a very, very nostalgic pattern from my childhood. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but this just feels like a certain type of material that was used on couches in like the 80s and 90s. Could be wrong, maybe that's just me, but it looks very familiar. And then of course, lots of little pictures overlaid into that. And we'll look at prices here in a second. There is the t-shirt. I guess we can take a look at the signature just to see what it looks like. That is a nice little signature, I guess. Mark Leckey, Cat Leckie 001. Don't know what that's all about. 2 t-shirt colors right here, white and black with the green screen. Skateboard's actually pretty cool. This is interesting too. It's a refrigerator with frozen apples. Very interesting. I wonder if these will sell out or if any of it will. Really don't know. Let's see. People aren't really feeling it though. Like, these are downvoted to hell. Wow, that one is, no one likes it. I'm just gonna leave it blank for now, And I guess look at the prices. We just saw all the pieces, so I'm not going to go through each individual one right now. I'll just take one last look at the prices. We don't even have the full prices on these quite yet, so stay tuned for that. And just double checking, there are no prices here. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Kind of a sleeper, trash, mid-week, depending on how aggressive you want to get with it. For me, I'm going to call it just a mid-week. To be honest, there are some decent pieces like always. I'm thinking if there's anything you want to try to save for resale, maybe get both of the colors of the headphones, hold them for a while, maybe try to do a quick flip. But again, I can't ever be sure if it will sell out. Screw is pretty neat. The Pinup Mesh back 5 panel, it probably won't immediately sell out, but it could. So if you like it, grab it. Definitely long term will do decent, but everything else is pretty trash in my opinion. Besides those items, maybe the houndstooth overcoat if you're into that kind of style. I don't really know, but that's okay because we've had 3 great weeks and I'm sure week 5 will hopefully be better. Stay tuned for more information about Supreme on the channel, and I still will be doing my weekly stream regardless if I'm going for a live cop or not. So hope you guys enjoyed the video today. It's been your boy Thomas and I am out. Peace and butt grease. See ya.